rich alone. I'd rather be broke together than rich alone. I'd rather be broke together than rich alone.
Sacrifices bring riches, nigga, remember that scripture.
I'd rather be broke together than rich alone. Broke together than rich alone. Broke together than rich alone. I'd rather be broke together than rich alone. Broke together than rich alone.
All right.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Going to take your time, young.
Take your time, young man.
Mama used to say, don't you rush to get older. Mama used to say, don't you rush the game, boy.
Don't rush the game, boy.
Mama used to say, live your life.
They say the children are our future, but with so much retribution, they missing out on their future. So much devastation, lack of education, got them twisted in this nation. Though poverty is worldwide,
so it's genocide.
every day it's a homicide. These little guys spraying bullets like it's pesticide. The revolution isn't televised. It's the lives of our young black men taken by their own peers and white law men. It's a fight out here. It's like we have no rights out here. That's why we fight out here. God, please save our youth so they can save our truth. When we was young, we was fucked up too. But this is not deja vu. We hate each other and they hate us too.
The Willie Lynch theory.
Now that's the
Take
deja
your
vu.
time, young.
Take your time, young man.
Mama used to say, don't you rush to get older. Mama used to say, don't you rush the game, boy.
Don't rush the game, boy.
Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Mama knows best. Mama always warned me. Her motherly instincts pushes her to inform me. Son, you a black man against a white man's army. Not knowing she was preparing me for the evils out to harm me. The Lou Afghanistan, Medellin is my army. The children are the future, dying at a rapid pace. Ready to run up in something and rip off your safe. Extendos on everything, they'll rip off your face. Heaven's paradise, to get out this hell is a race. Police killed Mike Brown over a blunt case. So my Lagoonie said, fuck it, we gon' load up the cave. Hands up, don't shoot, or we all gon' spray. Not promote violence, but what do you do when it comes your way? They took an oath to serve and protect us both, but be the first motherfuckers to slice your throat. I tried to tell them life is so cutthroat. Life is too short, precious times is being wasted. Every day it's more precious lives being taken. The last of a fallen generation. Black lives matter.
Is these the last days that we facing?
Take your time, young.
Take your time, young man.
Mama used to say, don't you rush to get older. Mama used to say, don't you rush the game, boy.
Don't rush the game, boy.
Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life.
These little drummer boys, and I ain't talking about percussion. Look guys playing with drums, 100 rounds ain't nothing. Giving headshots, and I ain't talking about concussions. Murder is the topic of discussion. We used to play kickball and kill a man. Now they literally kill a man, and I don't feel a man. They kill a young fam over a couple of grams. Slow down, little
We
man.
go to sleep to the sounds of them 100 rounds. Another body found, slumped in his charge or face down. The number one business in this town is putting bodies in the ground. God, please slow the killing down. From tag football to fighting for a touchdown. Now we fighting for our turf, warring over blocks now. Mine stay far gone, how the hell to be found. Take your time, young
Take your time, young man.
Mama used to say, don't you rush to get older. Mama used to say, don't you rush the game, boy.
Don't rush the game, boy.
Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Mama used to say. Mama used to say.
What's up? Y'all already know who it is. It is your girl, Mrs. Kiwi, and I am definitely in the building with my co-host.
Miss Mink is in the house.
So we just thank you all for tuning in, joining in. We want you all to call in 515-599-1687. Get in on this great topic of tonight.
Yes.
We are educating our people. We want you all to be aware of what's going on in today's world. But of course, we're going to allow Mrs. Mink to give us that mission statement for Why Not Say It.
Yes. And you know what it is. So we want to make sure, and what better topic than to do it on tonight? We want to make sure that our youth and our season, we're going to bridge that gap so that they can start communicating more. And this topic on tonight, as Miss Kiwi stated, it's not to put anyone down, and we're not trying to lay blame no more. If anything, we're going to take the blame because we're not educating ourselves. So we should be the ones who blame ourselves when it is that we don't know what is really going on and how it is that we can come out of the bondage that we have set ourselves up for. So tonight's topic is all about that digital plantation. You know, they said back in the day, we were on a plantation. Well, I'll say our ancestors, because I ain't been on no plantation. But our ancestors were on a plantation and worked the farms and the fields for the white men. However, we have put ourselves back in that same situation on a plantation. But this time, we are in psychological warfare. And we on that digital plantation. So we're going to jump in and talk about this topic. But we got something that we're going to share with you guys. And we'll stop and kind of talk through it because it's time out. It really is time out. So yes, this is focused a lot towards our youth. Our season, they done been there, done that. But we got some season that's still captive too.
And the thing about it is that what we are trying to get you all to realize is that they have enslaved us involuntarily by bringing this internet, bringing digital AI, bringing all of these video games and all of the things that take our attention off of what's really going on in the world. Mm-hmm. They have to keep us dummied down because they know that if we find out, for one, who we really are, mm-hmm. and for two, that we are the ones that help the world run and go round because of a lot of things we have invented, a lot of things that we have came up with. We done gave it to the white man, you might as well say. Mm-hmm. They dangled that little change in front of us, and we gave them a whole life of wealth, mm-hmm. a whole life of wealth. So y'all sit back, tune in, watch some of these videos, and we're going to talk about it.
This message is for you, but they don't want you to hear it. Right now, as you're watching this, they're counting on your distraction. They want you to be too tired, too stressed, too entertained. Because if you ever stopped scrolling long enough to look behind the curtain, you'd see the truth they've buried for centuries. While you binge Netflix, they erase your ancestors. While you argue about celebrities, they rewrite your history books. While you chase trends, they ensure you never ask real questions, and the scariest part is, you were never supposed to wake up. This video might get deleted, shadow banned, flagged, or buried in silence. But if you see it, watch until the end. It could wake you up. Because once you know what's happening, there's no going back. They don't need to kill your body anymore. They kill your focus. They don't need to chain your hands. They chain your mind. The real war isn't with guns anymore. It's with your attention. This is psychological warfare.
Right there, what he was saying in reference to, I know a lot of us can relate to that. And we talk about it all the time in reference to how it is that our phones, we can't live without our phones. It used to be that our phones were a luxury to have. But now it's a necessity, and it's a necessity for us, and we done took it to the highest level as far as a necessity. Everything we do is on the phones now. Nobody picks up a book. Nobody writes letters. AI, oh my God, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But AI has come in and taken over. We was just talking about how a lot of people are losing their jobs now. Why? For the simple fact and reason being, AI. All you do is click a button, and now you can place an order online, and doop, 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 doop. It's right there at your door in the next few days.
And I'm going to also say this too. Like, we have to also, with our children, these computers are good in a sense, but in another sense, they're dumbing our children down. Our children can't read. They don't know how to do multiplication, addition, subtraction. They don't know how to spell now because everything is convenient. And if you think about it, the video that we are showing you all, it's talking about all of this. So it's about coming to reality and not so much feeling bad, but let's get a grip on it. Listen, they done already put it out here and we done grabbed hold to it. But let's take it back. Because I'm telling you, our children are the ones that's suffering. If you think about it, they just closed 27 schools. If they haven't closed all of them, they're going to close 27 schools. Yep. Not high schools. These are elementary and junior high schools. They don't care about our kids being educated or not. But the thing of it is we as parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles, we have to start caring about our children's education. Because as you can see, when you take your kids out to them other schools, they have the best of the best of the best. They done took out the praying out of the school. They done took a lot of books out of the schools. Come on, y'all. We got to wake up. I'm talking about like we have to for real wake up. And what was that saying? Wake up and smell the coffee? That's right. We got to straight wake up and smell the coffee because I'm telling you, our children are doomed. And these people know that if our kids become educated like they supposed to be educated and really know who they are as a people, then they know that a lot of stuff that they doing finna be shut down. But we gotta start reading and stop allowing people to just tell us anything. That's right. We gotta stop signing our name on the dotted line thinking that we done hit the jackpot. We hit the jackpot, but it wasn't the kind of jackpot that we thought. Right. We done sold our soul to the devil and we didn't even know it because we didn't read about it. So we finna get back into this video and so y'all can learn some more about it.
A spiritual ambush, a silent system that is built to keep you scrolling while your story is stolen. And if you don't wake up now, you may never get...
Okay, I just got to put a pause on that. Scrolling while your spirit is...
while your story is stolen.
Oh, yes. Strolling while your story is stolen.
Yeah.
I mean,
and here's the thing, baby. They ain't lying about it. You hear me? Because if you think about this, people spend more time strolling in their phone looking at other folks and what they doing as opposed to trying to learn what God got for them to do and what's my journey and who am I as a person. Right. Because when you look in the mirror, you ain't looking at them, you looking at you. That's right. You looking at somebody that don't even know nothing. You confused. It's
everybody, because the world is confused. So how can you learn from somebody else that don't know no more than you because they doing the same thing that you doing?
And we not downplaying anybody because I'm going to say this. I was once those people that wanted to stroll through the phone. I strolled, but I came away from social media because I'm going to be honest with you. Social media wasn't educating me. It wasn't helping me reach my goal. All you see is mostly a lot of negativity on these social media sites.
Yes.
And that's not really what these social media sites was built for, but that's what they have became. So much negativity, and these things get in your spirit.
That's right.
They get in your spirit, and you wondering why you depressed, you sad, you don't know which way to go, you don't know how to make no money, and you comfortable in your situation.
That's
because
right.
of all of this mess that you watching on these social sites.
Absolutely. Okay.
Get the chance, so listen closely. This isn't a conspiracy, it's a coded message for the chosen. And if you're watching, you're. During the days of our ancestors, they used whips. Today, they have Wi-Fi. They don't need overseers, they have algorithms. Welcome to the digital plantation and a new kind of slavery where the chains are invisible, but the control is absolute. We wake up and reach for the screen before we brush our teeth.
Hygiene. Your hygiene is even being manipulated and messed with. Anytime it is that normally you would wake up, make sure your face is washed, make sure your teeth are brushed, you're smelling, your breath is smelling fresh. Well, I guess it don't matter because you ain't talking to nobody if you're looking through your phone. Your phone ain't gonna tell you that your breath don't smell bad.
But I'm going to do you one even better. Because I'm going to tell you something. In these times right here, when your eyes open up, the first thing you better start saying is thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Because a lot of people went to bed and blinked, and black was the last thing they saw. So when you wake up in the morning, that's a given. God showed you favor. That means that when he show you favor, before your foot even hit the floor to go brush your teeth, you need to be saying, thank you, Jesus. Because we know man didn't do it.
That's right. Absolutely. So, hey, wake up, say thank you, God, and go brush your teeth. Don't grab that phone and start scrolling.
Scroll for hours, laughing, liking, and sharing, but never building, never healing, never questioning. This is intentional. Because the war isn't on your body anymore. It's to your attention. The black mind is the most powerful force on this planet. But if they can distract it, weaken it, and own it, they never have to fear it. Let's talk about facts. Black teens spend 7 to 10 hours per day consuming media, more than any other group. Most of that content is designed to feed violence, hypersexuality, and chaos back into the culture. Black children are 3 times more likely to be exposed to trauma on social media than white children. And while screen time rises, literacy level depreciates. In some U.S. cities, over 80% of black boys...
That's the reason why it is that all the schools in our city, in the city area alone, are closing up. For the simple fact and reason being, they already know they're going to lump us together because we ain't learning nothing anyway. We are too busy on the phones looking at things that are not relevant. We're not looking at things that are helping to educate us, that are helping to teach us, that are helping to move us up or move us forward in life. We're looking at things that's going to hold us down, that's going to dumb us down, that's going to depress us, that's going to cause an attribute to mental illness. We are people having the sense to say, well, I'm doing it because I'm depressed, using drugs, drinking alcohol because I'm depressed, I'm dealing with a lot, this is my way out. Start finding other ways out. There are plenty of other ways out than those type of things.
And I'm going to say this too. Get back to asking your children, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? Because, you know, I've asked a couple of children this question, and you know what they said, and it's really sad because, you know, a couple of the girls said, I want to be a stripper because they make all the money. You know, not I want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an astronaut or an architect. I want to be a stripper. One little boy said he wanted to be a gangster. He wanted to kill people. So my thing of it is that we are influencing our children. We have to be our role models for our children because, as you can see,
and we can't because we just
right.
bad.
And that's the thing about it. Like, we have to get back to being role models. Our children mimic and watch us. And when they say your child is a product of their environment, that's what they mean. Anything that you doing around your child becomes that product. Mm-hmm. So if you going around killing folks, or if you going around talking about it in front of your children,
or if you just introducing it to them, letting them watch it.
Or they watching it on TV, or they playing that what is it called, Grand Theft Auto and all of that.
Oh, they done stepped the game up now.
You are introducing your children to that type of lifestyle. Don't you know the things that you watch, the things that you hear, spirits. And those spirits get into your system, and it programs your mind and the way you think and the way you see things. Your eyes see everything. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that controls and sends signals to your mind. Mm-hmm. Your mind, you seeing things, and from you seeing it, then in your mind, then you processing it, and these are the things that you want to do. We got to start putting our kids back in environments where they're seeing positive things, taking them to the zoo, taking them to the museums, taking them to educational things. Mm-hmm. Because if not, we're going to keep raising babies that's killing, babies that's molesting, babies that's pedophiles,
babies that's using drugs and having sex already.
Like, it's real out here.
When they get older, up in high school and graduates or in college. No, these babies having sex in grade school. They having sex in grade school.
Yes.
And when I hear that, it's just like mind blowing. That's because we're not manipulating our kids' minds. When I say manipulate our kids' minds, we're not introducing them to things that are positive, that would help keep them on a different path. There is nobody that we have, honestly, to blame for that besides us. When do we stop allowing what we call these white devils to control what it is that we should be doing? Take accountability for yourself. Take accountability for your household. Take accountability to people that you even are around with what it is that you are doing. If you're not taking that time to try to mentor, to try to educate, to try to help, then you really don't have not a doggone thing to say.
And the thing about it is that I'm stressing this so much now because when I was younger, I didn't think about this. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't been on that side of the fence.
That's right.
I was once there. But when you start learning better, you start doing better. Mm-hmm. And then the things that you learn and you educate yourself with, and I ain't just talking about no hearsay and she say, I'm talking about things that you watch, things that you start researching, things you read on for yourself. Mm-hmm. Then you want to share it with other people because I'm telling you, knowledge is power.
It is.
And the thing about it is anything that I learn or anything that I can educate myself on now in these times, I'm going to share it. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. Just listen to the message that we sending out on tonight. We're going to get back into this video and let y'all watch some more of this video.
Boys in the 4th grade can't read at grade level. But hey, we all know the latest TikTok dance. We'll watch a video of black girls twerking, but ignore a flyer about black girls going missing. We'll debate Will Smith versus Chris Rock, but not say a word about policies destroying black communities from the inside out. They flood our feeds with nonsense, drama, distractions, false idols, and fake goals. Why? Because if you're entertained, you won't be educated. And if you're not educated, you can be controlled. Every swipe, every click, every second you spend with this system is data. And that data is used for psychological warfare. They study us. They learn what makes us laugh, cry, rage, and lust. Then they...
And you know what? That's so true for the simple fact and reason being they are now, well, it's been going on, but it's becoming more prevalent with these robots. Mm-hmm. These robots are sent out or to study us. and to mimic us, but they're smarter than us.
But here's the thing. This is what we're missing. The robot is in the phone.
Yes.
Every time you looking into your phone, your eyes are being what is it called? Scanned. And that's how they're getting to. They can tell you everything about you through these phones. And we have to start understanding that a lot of things that's going on right now, this was already set in motion.
Yes, it was.
They already knew how they were going to enslave our minds again because they knew they couldn't put us back in
on
slavery because they knew we wasn't playing that.
Right.
But they had figured another way to enslave our minds.
That's right.
To
And
keep our focus off of what it is that we really need to be focused on.
And people have not woke up and realized that. People feel that just because you're not in the fields picking cotton and doing all and sowing the ground and all of that stuff, or working in Master's house and, you know, doing this and that for Master, that you're not enslaved. But you are, if it is that you are not educating and stretching your mind. If your mind is still pea-sized, because it is that you're not taking the time to educate yourself, then you are still enslaved.
You are in the master house. You are, you still in the master house.
You still
yes,
on that
master.
plantation.
I was getting to it because all you doing is strolling, and that's what they want. Listen, like he said, and you know what he said teenagers, but it's adults too.
Yes,
I'm talking about they will sit there for 3-4 hours just strolling, commenting and seeing what everybody else is doing instead of that 3-4 hours trying to make a difference in your own life. You steady looking at somebody else's backyard and saying how good it is and, oh, you wish you had that. But the same thing they doing, you could be doing it too, because you better believe those people that's out there doing it, they don't have time to sit and stroll on no phone and worry about what somebody else is doing because they too busy trying to use their mind and stay focused on trying to build their brand.
And we soliciting our kids. We need to stop soliciting our babies. Stop soliciting your children.
Yes.
Please stop soliciting your children. I cannot express enough just how sick it is to see when we are soliciting our kids. And people think that it's okay and that it's cute. It's not. Because you got to remember that they got to grow up. And when they grow up, they ain't going to know about life. They going to know how to look cute, how to dance, how to twerk, how to do this and how to do all of that. But they ain't going to know how to survive.
And I'm going to give you one better. And it's sad because the thing about it is that this has been going on for so long. But a lot of our young babies is being molested, and their parents don't even know it because they're not paying attention. And they let them go with everybody and spend the night over anybody's house. Everybody ain't going to take care or watch your kid like you gonna watch your kid. They gonna put them off in the room and let them kids be doing whatever it is that they doing. And a lot of molestation is coming down through the kids. It ain't just adults. It's these kids molesting each other because they're not being taught that your body is a temple and that's sacred.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna hear a little bit more.
And if y'all want to call in 515-599-1687. Talk to us. We definitely will talk back.
They serve it back to us in infinite scroll form to keep us stuck in a cycle. And while we're being fed lies, they're replacing us. AI is stealing jobs that once gave black people a path out of poverty. But who's training black kids in tech? Who's giving them access to own the future? They tell you to become a rapper, not a coder. They reward ignorance with virality and they shadow ban intelligence with silence. This isn't out of the blue. It's a digital form of population control. Because they know if we ever stop chasing clout, if we ever stop glorifying trauma, if we ever unplug from this circus and look inward, we will remember who we are. And once we do that, the system collapses. See, you're not just being distracted, you're being drugged, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Your entire feed is designed to keep you numb, because if you were ever fully conscious, you'd be dangerous, you'd be unstoppable. So ask yourself, why is foolishness always trending, but our liberation never is? Why is your phone filled with filters, but your mind left unfiltered? And why are we being fed everything but the truth? Here's what you need to know. They want your mind, because once they have that, they have everything. So the question is, are you still scrolling, or are you finally seeing? They want you to forget who you are, because if you knew, you'd be unstoppable.
Look, just look. We have people that are very, very well polluting. We as a people have the capability of living whatever lifestyle it is that we should be living. First and foremost, because we are blessed and highly favored. And not saying that other races are not blessed and highly favored, but if you look back in times and history, people of color have always been those ones that have used their minds, their hands, and the strength of them.
If you think about it, we are the ones who have produced a lot of the things that
Yes.
we're using in the world.
Yes.
And not only just that, it's just one of those things where we have been selling ourselves short.
Yes.
From beginning of time. And
All
they
the
knew
time.
that. They knew that we was the breadwinners. They knew that we could invent and make things happen. But they also knew that all you got to do is dangle a little something. They going to go for it.
And right
if
now,
you
they
think-
ain't
they ain't
dangling money.
nothing. But
They
if you
dangling
think
this.
about this too, we are the only race that does not stick together. That's why we are the race that they focus more on.
That's
That's
right.
why they continue to divide us and conquer us and destroy us, because they know that if we do come together and ball up that fist,
Ooh,
we gonna
baby,
give a mighty blow.
That's
But
right.
guess what? They gonna make sure that they continue to conquer and divide us. They gonna make sure that our black men are weakened and watered down.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna make sure that our black women feel worthless and their
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem is low. You feel what I'm saying?
You gotta get out there and show this.
Yeah,
and show
in order
that.
for you to
twerk
fit
this,
in, you gotta go get all of. And listen, and I'm finna say it, and I don't care who get mad. But the thing of it is, hey, God made you the way He did, and He made you wonderfully made. He didn't make all of us the same. He didn't want all of us to be thin and skinny. But you ladies are going and get all these injections and putting all of this stuff into your bodies, and your bodies is
Rejecting
destroyed.
it.
It's rejecting it.
Yeah.
Listen, don't let society make you feel like you gotta go look like something that God didn't. Because now you telling God, that's like a slap in His face.
Yep.
You telling Him what He made wasn't wonderfully
right.
made. And don't get me wrong, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, then you do that, because that's your money. All I'm saying to you is, don't allow society to make you feel like that's what you gotta do.
That's right. Because it's not about them.
It's
all
not. It's about you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to feel good about you. You got to love you. Like I say all the time, and people be laughing at me, but I'm so serious. I love every freckle on my face, and people don't even know I got freckles, but I got a face full of freckles.
Mm-hmm.
I love every little piece of inner tube around me, baby. That's more for the cushion. Love it or leave it. And if it's that bad, then baby, come on, get me in the gym and work out with me. You
That's
feel what I'm
right.
saying? But never am I going to allow society to make me feel like I got to go do something to myself in order to fit in, or in order to get some money. I've been getting money since money got me, baby.
That's right.
You gotta know
Absolutely.
it.
Hey.
Yeah.
So they buried your past, not just under dirt, but under lies. Not just in chains, but in classrooms. And not just by guns, but by silence. From the moment you enter school, you're told your story starts with chains, that you were nothing before slavery, that your ancestors were savages, and Africa was dark, uncivilized, and primitive. But here's what they don't teach you. Before Europe even existed as a civilization, your ancestors were building empires that made the world shiver. Let's go back to the Mali Empire, where Mansa Musa ruled as the wealthiest human being to ever walk the earth.
Come on now, educate yourself.
His gold possession was endless. His power was respected, and his influence was global. To the kingdom of Kush and Nubia, where black royalty built pyramids, mastered astronomy, and traded across the ancient world. These weren't tribes running barefoot through the jungle. These were nations with art, politics, mathematics, and medicine. And guess what? They were all black. But they won't tell you that, because if they told you your roots were royalty, you wouldn't accept life as a slave.
We should know this.
They replaced your kings and queens with chains and ships, but even then, the resistance never stopped. They teach you about obedient slaves, but not about Denmark Vesey, who organized a massive slave rebellion in Charleston.
Preach.
Not about Nat Turner, who sparked terror in slave owners by refusing to be silent. Not about Queen Nzinga, who led armies against the Portuguese for decades, refusing to kneel to colonizers. They don't want you to know about Robert F. Williams, who trained black communities to defend themselves with arms before the Black Panthers. Why? Because they want you to be passive, not powerful. And even after slavery ended, the genocide continued quietly, methodically, and deliberately. Did they tell you about Tulsa, Oklahoma, in 1921? A thriving black city that was called Black Wall Street. Doctors, lawyers, business owners, and families were burned to the ground by angry white mobs, aided by the government. Over 300 black men, women, and children were murdered. No justice, and Tulsa wasn't alone. There was the Colfax Massacre in Louisiana, where over 100 black men were slaughtered in cold blood for trying to vote. Rosewood, a prosperous black town in Florida that...
And do y'all understand that they are doing this right now in these times? They are slaughtering our black men because they know that the power is in our black men. And if they can keep watering our black men down and keep them focused on selling drugs and manipulating women and prostituting women out, and you know what I'm saying? Come on, we got to get back on point, because the thing about it is that, and I ain't just talking about the black men, our black women, shame on y'all too, because for every black man, he need a black strong woman, but our black women ain't even strong because they too busy trying to live in the limelight, trying to be something that they're not, and selling their souls and ain't getting nothing out of it. And it ain't putting you no further into what you need to be doing. It's just steady setting you back. It's steady setting you back. Then you got little girls that's growing up thinking that this is the way to be. They, you know, that these little young girls growing up thinking that men are supposed to talk crazy to women. Men supposed to put their hand on women. That's the only way they love you, if they slapping you around, or that's the only way they love you if they calling you bitches and hoes. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we got to stop this foolishness.
Yes,
our
we
black men got to even start respecting the black woman, but the black woman need to respect themselves.
Yes. And I mean, you know, and the black woman needs to respect the black men. Because there are a lot of us that don't even respect the black man.
They don't.
So therefore, that's a lot of reason why it is that sometimes
Divide
the
and
black
conquer.
men don't respect the black women. So we got to take charge. And you know what? I know that a lot of people say, and they are like, oh yeah, they just preaching this and so on and so forth. Well, no, because when we talk about these topics, it's because it's topics that we've literally researched and looked into. It's not something that we just gonna throw out here at you all, and we're not doing it or putting the effort in to do it for ourselves.
Or if we ain't lived a piece of it.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I can relate to some of this because I was once that, and that's why I'm saying, like, listen. When I can see myself in something like this, that just means that it's time for change. It's time for me to look a little deeper in that mirror.
Yep.
And that woman I'm seeing in the mirror, I should be able to see myself with change.
That's right.
For the better. You know what I'm saying? As a black woman, we got to straight stand up, black women. We got to get back to it, because I'm telling you,
Yes.
like, we have gotten so far off the mark to where it's crazy, to the point where we're straight injecting things in our bodies to make ourselves look better. We injecting color to make ourselves lighter or look whiter. Come on now, what you talking about? What you doing? God made us in all different shades.
And
He
you know
didn't make
what?
us the same.
And we're not going to be able to go through the entire, but we're going to bring it back in bits and
Oh,
pieces.
it's gonna be a
because
part 2.
It's time. It's time to continue.
I ain't
to
talking about
help
no foolishness.
educate
I want to
our
educate
people. And whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you want to see it or you don't want to see it, whether you want to face reality or you don't want to face reality, you better stop and you better think, because it's not getting you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time. The time is now for us to make changes. The time is now for us to make changes. We can't go back and fix the past, but what we can fix is what is lying ahead of us. We can fix the present so that our future can begin to see that change. So all we asking is put forth that effort. It's not a change that can be done overnight, but if you put in the effort, then that means that change is going to gradually be able to be seen. But if you continue to put no effort in it, then that means that we will continue to live the way that we are,
perish.
With blinders on.
We're going to perish. It says we will perish from the lack of knowledge.
That's right.
And the point of it is that we don't have the knowledge because we don't take the time to research or read. We just go by what we hear other people talking about.
Yep.
Even with what we talk about on the podcast, it's still up to y'all to go back, research, find out what we talking about.
That's right.
And then come back and holler at us and let's make another conversation about it. Because like we said, all we do is we do some research. We go look at things, reread on things, and we not saying we know everything. It takes all of us to collab together. If you know something, call in, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Reach one, teach one. You know, we not sitting here acting like we know everything or what we talking about.
Because you see, we got the video on the screen.
Like we trying
and
we walking this thing together.
That's right. We talking through the video. It ain't like we memorized it. I done watched it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So has Miss Kiwi. But we want you all to be in the knowing as well. You know how, and I don't know if a lot of people are Christian, but if you are, God says to share your testimony because it can be a helpmate to somebody else. So these are things that we know that we can help one another if it is that we share it. But we also are encouraging, go seek it for yourself. Just like God. If you want a relationship with God, you have to build that relationship for yourself. I can't save your soul. A preacher can't save your soul. But you better try and save your soul.
Church.
All right. So we have come to the most beautiful part of the night. Well, it's not the most beautiful part because we always want to share. And we always like to talk. So therefore, we can go on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop
to the break of dawn. But we're going to give y'all about 5 more minutes of this video.
Yes.
And then we're going to cut it short because, you know, we always come to that time of the evening where our show has to end. But we just still want y'all to just tune in. Yeah. Call in on these last few minutes if you got something to say. 515-599-1687. Talk to us. We definitely will talk back. But until then, we hear the phone ring. We're going to shoot this video a little bit.
Was wiped off the map in 1923. Ocoee, Election Day, 1920. Black voters were killed and driven from their homes. East Street, Louis, 1917. When hundreds of black workers were murdered in a racial cleansing. These weren't riots, these were massacres, these were acts of war against black progress. But if they taught you that, you might start asking questions. You might start demanding reparations. You might start organizing so they stay silent. But it doesn't end with murder. They've even stolen our ideas. Black inventors gave the world the traffic light, blood transfusion technology, the gas mask, the elevator system, the home security system, amongst many other innovative technological solutions.
The light bulb.
But how often are they mentioned?
Not at all.
George Washington Carver created hundreds of plant-based products that helped transform agriculture. Benjamin Banneker helped map out Washington, D.C., and Dr. Patricia Bath revolutionized eye surgery. But their names have been scrubbed from the spotlight. They let you believe black genius is rare when it's been suppressed all along. And let's not forget spiritual knowledge, from the Dogon people who mapped star systems without telescopes, to the ancient Kemetic sciences that shaped Greek philosophy, to African drumming patterns that gave birth to jazz, blues, hip-hop, and rock. Your culture, your science, your soul, all stolen, rebranded, and sold back to you under someone else's name. So when you look in the mirror and wonder why your self-worth feels stolen, remember, it was. But here's the thing.
All right. So we're going to end on that for the simple fact and reason being that's a mouthful
That's
in
powerful.
itself. That is a mouthful in itself. We do look in the mirror, and we are our biggest critics. We criticize ourselves the most instead of building ourselves up and realizing just how much we have contributed to this world. And we don't even know. We haven't even scratched the surface.
But not only build yourself up, you have to build your fellow man, fellow man and woman up. We have to start building each other up in order for us to be able to come back together and straight, become one, because we so divided. Like, we straight envy each other. We don't want to see each other, we don't want to see each other grow or mature or, oh, you think you better because you got this, or, come on now. We should be having billions of businesses together. You know what I'm saying? And then the black-owned business that is trying to survive, we don't even patronize them, but we'll take our dollar and we'll go spend with them Iranians, them Chinese folks, and all other folks, and make them rich. But we won't even spend with each other. We questioning. But I'm gonna say on another note, some of our black-owned business, they need to get to business, because you know what I'm saying? They too busy trying to scheme and scam, and then they wonder why their business is not lasting long or prospering, because you too busy scheming and scamming. If God put it on you, he already done blessed it. But if you doing dirt and wrong in it, it ain't gonna be no blessings.
And each one of us possess different types of talent.
And
so why not share it? Why not bring it together?
Too busy thinking you gonna get what I got.
Everybody is not the best at what it is that other person may be the best at. But you can be helpmates.
Yeah, you got to find your niche.
You got to.
First and foremost, you got to stay in your lane.
Yes.
You got to, and that goes back to stop strolling, because you don't know who you are as a person. You got to get to know you. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you want out of life. You got to know what you going to tolerate out of life. That's the only way you could be a helpmate to anybody.
That's right.
If you know who you are in life.
So let's band together so that we can win this psychological warfare.
All we want
let's
is
take
win,
ourselves
no
out
what.
of this digital plantation. We are no longer supposed to be entrapped or working on a plantation. So we got to get it back, because the plantation owners, they don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. And your girl, Miss Mink, don't even curse like that. But I'm telling you, they don't give a damn.
So until the next time, we're going to do a part to this. It might not be next. No, we're going to go on and run it next Friday. We're going to go on and y'all give it to you so it won't be stretched out. Next Friday, same time, 8:15ish. 8:15ish. We're gonna run it back,
because that's one thing we gotta get together is that time.
Man, we on black folks' time. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. When you think about it, sometimes being late is on time. You feel what I'm saying? Because it give our viewers enough time to come on in, sit down, get relaxed, and then we get started. But next Friday, same time, 8:15ish, and we will be running the second half of this video. Yeah. So y'all come on, tune in, join in, come with some questions, or find the video and so you can call in and collab with us. You know what I'm saying? You might have something that we missed, or you might know something that we didn't say. And we all just, we help us one to another. Stop being so selfish and want to hold on to the information that you get, and call us.
That's
Talk
right.
to us.
Talk to us. We'll talk back.
Okay, call. Somebody said they tried to call in, but
what happened?
You know what?
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, baby, we're gonna find out.
Let's see what happened. We don't know what happened.
Right.
Try to call in again, baby. Call in again.
Real quickly
before we go off the air. Call in. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You didn't get a chance to call in this week, but call in next Friday because, like
What's
we
that
said,
saying?
we're going to run this back.
I don't know. So how we do it?
Thank you. Clap it. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yes.
Tell you what you want to play.
It don't matter. What's that mean?
That's him.